Hello and welcome everyone. I have a wee small project today. I've got a couple of wee bits of mahogany. Uh, Looks more like cherry, but for all purposes of this, I think it is mahogany. And that I'm going to say I'm not sure on that, but it doesn't matter. So today's wee project is a couple of wee boxes, and they're not overly big. Just get my ruler. Just thought I would do something small, and they're roughly about 60 mil by 60 mil by 40 mil. So they're not overly too big. Now what I've done with this one, uh, I, I'll show you this first. What I've done with this one, I've glued a glue block on, so I'm not eating into my timber because it's small enough. So these are really just going to be a wee simple ring box, and you can make these any shape you wish. It don't have to be really fancy. I've made a couple of wee boxes in the past, and the majority of them go because people like them. And I had a wee box sitting there, and there's there. You can buy all sorts of. You can buy wee hinges for them. I just want to. This one's not stuck on, but I'll let you see what I'm talking about. Just a wee ordinary wee box with a hinge and a lid, and just a wee keepsake box or wee ring box or something like that. You could do any purpose. You could put rings in it, or wee small earrings, or uh, whatever you fancy. So I'm going to bring this down to the round, and we'll take it from there. Start to lay it up slowly, and then increase your speed. And gently just pick up the cut. And again, you want to move your body and not your feet when you're cutting. We'll just stop that and check and make sure. We just want to keep as maximum width on it as possible. There's still a wee bit there and there. I'll just be careful you don't go too small, or it won't look like nothing. Still a wee flat on it. And all I'm doing with the gouge here is resting it on top, and you can feel wee bumps on it. So that means it's still not round. You see all sorts of turners doing that. It's a quick way of telling if it's in the round or not. Saves you turning the lathe on and off. Save a wee bit of time by the time the lathe stops and starts again. So that's looking not too bad. There's There's a wee lump there that chipped out. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Okay, that's it down to the round, and we can take the tailstock away. We're finished with that. Right, just like to keep the tailstock up while you're just by makes sense. Plus it marks a center hole. Should you lose your glue block or anything, you can always center it again on your point. I'm just going to look and see. So I'm going to put a wee lid in this. So I'm going to use this, or not going to use this one. I have another one there. I'll just go and get it. It's over here sitting. Now these wee hinges, they're only a couple of pounds. They're not dear, but I've been trying to get a bigger one, you know, much bigger, but I haven't seen any. I keep looking out to see if there's any on the market, but I haven't seen anything yet. So you can get that in like that goldy color, or you can get it in silver. And this is the top of the lid, and this is the bottom. Top pit's a wee bit with a bow, and it snaps shut. So the first of all we need to do is take a measurement of the inside diameter of our hinge, and just use a pair of calipers. I like to make it a wee bit big, and then I can creep up on it. Okay, set that out of the way. We'll turn this around. I'll change cameras so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, we're almost there. So you can see that. So you only want to insert one point, okay? And just slightly score that. And if this point lines up with your circle over here, you're more or less within the vicinity of it. So I'm just going to remove some of this timber. And I'm just going to come up to the line, not taking it right off. Just want to check it for size. You see that? There's a wee bit of wiggle room on that. And it doesn't matter what piece you put on it. They're both the same size, the circles. So what you can do there, if you find that, is take a bit off the face of this and redo that. Right. We'll just take a wee bit off the face of this, and then just take a wee bit and sort of angle it out towards the end of the piece. And we'll see what that's like. that's a lot tighter. It's not even going on. So I can still take a wee bit off that. You don't want to make it too tight and you don't want to make it too loose. And again, you don't want to go too deep with this. You want to leave enough on it for your still a wee bit. It's almost there. Just a wee bit on the tight side. That's better. That gives me a wee bit of room to get the glue in. Okay, you can see that. So it doesn't matter what side you put it on, both sides are the same. So there's no movement done on that, but it's loose enough to let a wee bit of glue in there. So the other thing you have to decide, do you want it the edge here flush, or do you want it set it back a wee bit so it like in this one I have brought it in a wee bit and then left the rest of the timber. There's more timber in that one, but there's less in this, so we'll take a wee cut off this. I'll just show you on the overhead in case that's not showing it up very well. I don't know if you can see it with the light shining too. So we can afford to take that down because the actual lip, there's about 3 mil there on that. So if you want to bring that down with the outside, you could bring it down a wee bit. We'll just see what it's like. So it's up to you what way you make it. I probably can't, but what I'm talking about is the outside diameter and the diameter of this. I brought that wee lip down and you can see it there. It's only about 1 mil, but it's enough to give you sort of a transition between the two, and I think it looks better. Now, for the box itself, you could texture it, you could paint it, you can just leave it natural wood. We don't have. We can put a wee bead in it and then take it down. A Norway bead. Make it a bit fancy looking. And I'm just going to use my beading tool because I have it. I'll bring the camera back around overhead. I'll just bring it in a wee bit. There, that's a bit better. So I'll check this to see what way that ended up. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. So we'll do the same towards the end on the bottom. And with these bead tools, you can get this one. It's got the whole bead on it, or you can buy the one that's got one point in the middle for, you know, if you don't want to make a mark on the outside. That one gives you one side only, but it gives you the other side and the inside, if you follow what I mean. It's just handy if you're not great at cutting beads. Yeah, there's a tool for it. And you just go straight in, and you're going to, you're angling your tool down the way. Same as a scraper. You want to go holding the tool, the handle up. And just gently up and down, up and down. Take a wee bit of timber off at a time. Okay, so that's more or less done. We're gonna I was going to take this down so it's sitting back from it. So I'm just going to use my, there's my 10mm parting tool. And you just want to bring it down far enough to catch where the end of the, the beading tool, that point there, finished, so that you don't see that line. Right, I'm happy enough with that. We'll just use the point of the skew to tidy that up. Okay, that's ready for sanding. So we'll do a wee bit of sanding on it. and put a finish on it, and then we'll take the inside out. And again, you want to be careful. You don't want to take any a nice edges you've put on this. So a wee bit of sanding on the beads first, and that wee edge. You have that wee lip where it transitions into the bead, so you want to keep that nice and fresh. Now we tasted a Yorkshire grit. It's not a big job. It's just put a wee drop on it. Give it well rubbed in. Want to put the hinge on and draw around the inside where that's going to rest on. I'll just change the camera. So this bit stays and the rest of it comes off. Just open that wee hinge again and just show you that. So that'll sit on like that, and then everything on the inside of that line you can take away. Okay, we'll get rid of the sanding box. I'll put a wee bit of wax on it as well now, and then we'll be doing it again anyway when I get the inside of it turned out. I have to say, hats off to Steve last night for this pen turning. I was watching while he turned some blanks down. Very nice resin blanks he turned. Steve from SK Crafts. Right, that's that. I'm just going to get my thin parting tool and just mark this side of the line with a cut in case when you go to take your next cut and you skate back, that gives you a starting point and helps prevent you getting run back on your your piece. Right, want to get a wee gauge for depth. Oh, I've loads yet. You think you've took you, you're in too deep when you start hauling things out and catch you out. Now you could do it the lazy man's way and get the Jacob's chuck out and get a Forstner bit and drill that out. But it's only a wee small piece, so I'll check it again now. Yeah, we're almost at the speed here, so we'll want the clean our edge up, and I'm going to use the skew chisel to come down the side wall and bring me up to that line. We'll just stop that and I'll just take that pencil line off that, the front of that, because it's hard to see when you put your hinge plate on the pencil line. Just wanna see what it's like. Bring you down a wee bit. So you can see I can afford to go back a wee bit yet. It's up to your own preference what you want to do. Some people like to leave that wee bit there, and I tend to make it flush with the inside of the ring. So I do. Uh, that's the way I use those wee hinges. So we're going to afford to take a wee bit off that. So we'll do the nut. The other thing you have to remember, you have two beads here and you recess the middle bit. So What's your wall thickness as you go down the side? You don't end up coming out the front, because you could do that easy enough. Wanted the hinge to see what that's like. And you can see there's still quite a wee bit of timber there. Just, yeah, we haven't went any deeper yet. So we can still take our Norway whisker off this. There's the middle. Yeah, that's just at the start of that bead there, so I'm happy enough with that. So all that needs is a wee sand. There's a wee ridge there just in the middle. I'll try and take out. Happy enough of that. So that can be sanded. Oh dear. Followed by a wee taste of Yorkshire grit. Okay. So got a wee box, and it's nicely turned on the inside, finished. So we need to take the foot off this. That's not going to go on there. So I'm going to have to go around to the our lathe, which has got a. So you can see that. Okay. So I'm going to put a wee bit of tape in the inside of this so to help it from marking. Just a wee bit of masking tape around the inside, because I'm going to expand the jaws into it, and once I take the foot off it, there's no way of getting it back on the lathe. So I don't want to do any damage to it, if possible. So all I done was run a wee bit of tape around that. We need to plug that back in again. We're just very slightly easy. I need revolving center. I'm just going to turn that wee spigot off because it's been used about 4 times now. And just give me a wee bit of support while I take the most of this down, because it's glued round the outside of the circumference of the wee piece of wood. So okay. Stop that and see if it comes off. Couldn't be much hole in it. It's being held yet, so I'll take a wee bit more away from it. That's it now. It was making a noise there. There you are. Okay, so all the glue was around the outside of it, so we'll take that out of the way. Not tailstock. This is the wee lathe I started turning with. Wee jet. What is it? The JML 10141, if that's the name for it. There's no variable speed on it, but the belts are easy enough to change, so I was happy enough with it for while I was learning and stuff. Because it's always the way, when you get a wee bit of knowledge behind you and you want to branch out and do bigger things and different things, so we need to bring this wee bit down. What's it there? My eyesight's getting bad. I think it's going to need a visit to the opticians. I can't really see that. Wonder what a bit of light help, Paul. That's a bit better looking. I can see what I'm doing. Right, I just want to tidy that up right at the corner. You can see the line where the beading tool is still there, where it's cut into it. So I want to remove that. That's it gone. It's handy for having that wee lathe for the likes of this. If you have something that won't fit in your jaws, I bought that. I've got that wee chuck, and then I bought this wee one here, and that's handy for holding wee pair of pin jaws on it. It came with a load of what do you call it? Jaws for it as well, but it only fits on this lathe. This is not M33. I don't know what that is, but I can't take that wee chuck round to the R lathe and put it on that. Which is the sand sealer. This wee lathe's good for a lot of things. I turned some nice bowls on it, big stuff like. It's good for demoing if you're going out and you need a lathe. It's a good size. It's easy enough, stuck in the boot of the car, and away you go. Our club bought a lathe for outside, because I always brought mine when we were doing outside demos, and so the club bought one. I forget, it's a record. It's got variable speed and all on it. I forget the name of it, but it's going to be lathe. The only downside is it's a ton weight. It is a heavy wee brute to lug around. I built it a wee trolley for, but it doesn't help when you're going over grass. It just wants to sink into the ground. And the other thing about this wee lathe too, I have this wee lathe. I'm turning near 9 years now, and I got that R lathe given to me about 3 years ago. Plus, I had the one before I had that one for a couple of years. So I used this wee lathe for about 3 years, and it done me all right. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't have to rush out and buy a big lathe just because so and so has one. Keep up with the Joneses or the Browns, what do you want to call it? They all do the same thing. There's a bit of a bravado, I think. Some people, they want the newest thing on the go, but it doesn't make your turning any better. it's still turn out the same. But I know why a lot of people go for a big lathe, because you can do a lot of things on it. Swivel head and an extension. There's an extension for this too. I bought the extension for this wee lathe, and but what I found was you didn't really use it that much, so I took it off. I had it on for a great while. It's easier for. The only thing it was good for was rolling the tail stuck out of the way right to the end of it. But that's all I was using it for. Because it wasn't doing any spindles or anything like that. There was all bowls and wee boxes and wee small stuff. And it sounded alright at the time, man it. Aye, just give me that as well, what you do. So a wee taste of polish on the whole thing now. And then we'll get that buffed up. Do, 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 do. Right, that's that finished, guys. That. So we need to do the lid. Take that out of there. Hopefully I've marked it. Take the tape off. I don't see any marks on it. So just you see, nice wee box. When the lid, I grab the hinge just to let you see. Oh. So the hinge will sit on like that, like so, and so we'll get a wee bit of mahogany for the lid of it. We need to set our calipers, and we have our calipers set from the last time. Just to check it, double check it. I haven't moved them. They're bigger than what they need. If anything, it could be adjusted a wee bit more. Right, so we'll just mark this. First of all, we'll bring it down to the round. Bring the tailstock up. Okay. And as before, we'll just take this down to the round. Get a wee spin by hand. Everything's locked in place. I think that's more or less there. Right. Wee ridge there, just. Okie dokie, that's that. Okay, so we'll mark our width on this. Or just end it straight here. I've enough timber there. I'm going to put a bead on it and see what it looks like. And if I don't like it, we can take it off. There's enough timber there to do it with. Right, I'm going to want to hold it back just about 3 millimeters from the edge of that. stop and have a wee look at it. So I need to take a bit off this. It's I never checked it with this art piece. It's a lot wider. Uh, Not to go any further than that. Right, before we start that off, that we'll just double check it and see we're happy enough with that. I'm happy enough with that. That's better. Okay. Yep. I think I'll do that. And that's the lid finished, guys. So we'll get out of the chuck here and I'll see what I'm going to do with it. Top of it, if anything. Find the end of this. I think I'll just leave it, guys. I think it looks okay as it is. Nice wee box, just to glue it in. There you are, guys. We Mahogany box with lid. And just see if it'll sit here and let me open it a wee bit. There you are. So that was the day's wee project. I was going to turn two of them and then I changed my mind. I will make a different shape one and make it out of a different piece of wood. But you can see you can get a nice wee ring box to give as a present or as a special gift for somebody, receiving a ring or something, you know, guys out there that are not married. uh, Simple wee box, not an awful lot to it. You just have to have an inkling of what you're going for. I tend to make them up as I go along, and roughly it turned out alright. So I just had to glue that together, and that'll be that. And I'll stick a couple of wee photographs at the end of the video to show it off. Okay, guys, so where are we? I'm going to say cheerio. So I'm going to say cheerio to you, and thanks very much for all those new subscribers last night. I needed 2 to get over 300, so I got more than 2, so I got about 5 or 6. So I'm in the 300s now. So thanks very much, guys. As always, if you have any comments, just put them in. I read them all, and if you need any information or anything, just drop me a wee line, and I'll do what I can to help. So, guys, I'd say cheerio and all the best, and we'll have a different project next time. I don't know what, but it'll be something. Okay, guys. Bye.